Hello, Lilith. Hello, Watson. How are you doing? Is it just us? Hold on. I see there's an issue with the streaming. Just one second. All right, that should be good. Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Hello, loves. Nice to see you. Yes. Let me just go and see. I think people are not used to this 8 o'clock one anymore. Uh-huh. Let me just go and see what's going on. Let's do this. And there you go. Hold on just a second. I'm going to go see if we have anybody in queue. We have Ajat at this moment, and that is something else. So we're going to start off with Ajat. And I'm just going to write myself. Okay. So, how was everybody's day today, my beautiful loves? Did you have a good day? Nice to see you, sweetie pies. We're going to start with Ajat, and we're going to need... No, I don't think they never were. Honestly, Watson, I'm going to go and do Ajat, and if nobody else pops in from here till then, we might just pause till 9, come back at 9. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's put 3 minutes, not because we're at 3 minutes, but simply because I have to go and read the questions. So just a few moments. Oh. Oh, that is so sweet, my love. Oh, I like that. Alrighty. Okay. That is so sweet. I am glad for you. And even before looking at the cards, I know that it is true. So good for you, sweetie pie. Well, let's go and start off with your very first. Let me go see if we're even at 3 minutes, because maybe I read your questions quicker. Yeah. No, we're going to babble for like 4 seconds still. Okay, let's start. All right, Aja, that being said, my love, without even looking at the cards, I know already that it's a yes. So good for you, my sweet love. Congratulations, sweetie. It's all good. I'm loving it. I'm loving the vibes. May this love and may these beautiful blessings and abundance continue to come your way, sweetie pie. Good for you. All right, let me go and prove it to you within the cards now. All right. So, does he have any other women outside of you? Not only does he not have any, our star in reverse, king reverse, he doesn't even want any, my sweet love. Absolutely not, my love. I don't see anybody else into the picture when it comes to him. I feel as though he is focused onto you. I feel like he is focused onto the connection that you share. I don't see doubts. I don't even see insecurities onto O's side. I'm going to say, if ever you do have, I'm not going to say if you have worries. I'm going to say if ever it kind of, although annoying could go into worries, if ever it bugs you, I know it's a synonym again for worries. If ever it stays onto your mind, all right? Not that I see anybody. I don't see anybody whatsoever. But if you do really, what I'm trying to say is if you want to get things out into the clear and you do really just kind of want to ask, are we, are we allowed to see other people? Or are you seeing other people? Like just to ask a question to see, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, if you guys are together and you're not allowed to see anybody else, all right? So if he's committed to you, that's what you want to know. You can always ask him the question, and I'm sure that he will say yes, even though he doesn't necessarily want to give you the commitment like right away. He is committed to not seeing anybody else, and I do not see anybody else. So I'm going to say trust is going to be essential over here. Trust into this. I don't feel like he's talking to anybody else. I don't feel like he's interested into anybody else other than you. So you are the one that he is pursuing. You are the one that he is watching, that he is interested in, and that apparently he loves. So good for you, sweetie. Now you say that he told you that he loved. Yes. Let's go see. Is it true? I know it is. Did he mean it? Alrighty. Did he mean it? And Knight of Cups definitely did. Absolutely. 2 Wands moving on forward. Also, my sweet love and our beautiful lovers. It is a yes. I do believe that he does love you. I believe that he loves you onto a certain level. I'm not going to say it is the deepest love as possible because I feel like there's still a lot of knowledge that we need to gain, that we need to get. There's a lot of you that we need to learn more, to love more, if you will, but he does love you. He's just going to continue to love you a little bit more, sweetie. So I'm going to say a yes. It was not just words. There is a genuine emotion behind the words that he has spoken. So he does feel like there is a very deep connection with you. He feels comfortable enough to even express those feelings to you. So I'm going to say, you know what? It was not an easy thing to say. It took a lot of courage. He did it. He moved on forward with it. It is a sign that he truly does care and that he's ready to slowly start opening on up towards you. So I'm going to say, yes, you can definitely trust onto his feelings and his emotions. And I know that you want some messages. So let me give you some. Let's just go over here into the message place. Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? Absolutely, my beautiful Julie. Julie, if ever you see that we kind of disappear, we might disappear and come back at 9 if you see somewhere into the in-between. Yeah. Oh, did you already send out the questions, my love? Let me go see. Ajat, I'm going to give you some messages. Sweet love, I am. All right. Here we go. Whenever your questions are through, my beautiful Julie, we shall leave you a timestamp, my love. And this is not really where I wanted to go. It's not really the deck that I wanted, so hold on. Not at all, actually. I wanted to go with the blunt messages, and then I wanted to kind of travel on through to a different deck. So, let's start off over here. I do want to be able to date you. I know that we will be together. You are in my dreams, my beautiful love. I am ignoring other people. Now that is a nice one to know, ain't it? All right, let's continue on. I want to be able to make this work. I have seen the future with you by my side. It is what I want. Let's still kind of take things a little bit slowly, and let's switch on up decks. Let's go over here. And let's go to this one. Here we go. Just one moment. Cards are exiting. And voila. I want to be able to hold you into my arms. You are the light at the end of my tunnel. I wish that you were next to me. I remember the day that we met like if it was just yesterday. And I want you to know that I do love you so very much. Oops. My beautiful love, I am wishing you a lovely evening. And I shall say to you again, congratulations, sweetie pie. Good for you, my love. All right, hold on. Oh, there's Julie, I think, who popped on through. Just 1 second. We will leave a timestamp for our beautiful Julie. All right. Here we go for Julie, and let me go and make sure everything is good here. There you go, sweetie. Have yourself a lovely evening, my love. May nothing but goodness come your way, sweetie pie. You deserve it all. Okie dokie. Let's go right over here. Okay, seems like he still hasn't necessarily figured out the gesture of the plan, right? No, because clearly he is experiencing magic gestures. All right, okay. All right. I do not necessarily believe that he has discussed this with anybody else. Other than the actual therapist, I feel like this is something that he is working upon himself. It's his endeavor. It's something that he must do. It's something that he must travel upon with, if you will, to find his own answers. And I feel like he's the actual only one who's able to do so. So even if he was to discuss it with other people, I feel like the fact of him discussing it with other people would actually make him kind of feel a little bit insecure at this moment in time. So I'm going to say it does definitely look like he is taking his time, and he is taking his time to, you know, figure out the perfect, oh, sweet Lord, never gave you a timestamp, did we? Timestamp, yes, for Julie. Just 1 second. We're going to put Julie at 11 minutes. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to say altogether, my love, I feel as though he is taking his time, but I don't feel like he's completely stumped. And even if he would be completely stumped and really not know what to do or how to move on forward or have no ideas or don't really know how to implement it, then I don't feel like he would necessarily go towards friends or family. I still feel like he would go more towards therapists, because that's where he's working on to his issues. Family and friends, they'll encourage him, oh, go ahead, do this, do that, but they don't know all the depthness of his soul. They don't know everything that he's working through and that he's trying to do. So they don't see that level of Mike such as the therapist does. And the therapist is actually able to kind of take that on in, integrate it, and give him different type of hints and tips in order to go and to be able to realize it. So yes, it's a different relation, absolutely, but one is much more proactive and one is much more giving out the right ideas and the right movements in order to go and succeed. As for the other one is almost, I'm going to say friends and family, almost a little bit more playful. Everybody has their own idea, their own thoughts, and they throw things out like that, but again, it is going to bring him a little bit of insecurity. And as for the family, they have their own thoughts and their own ideas, but they're not into his brain, they're not into his heart, so they're not able to live his life or take his decisions into the way that he needs to do so. So he needs to be careful with that, actually. So it's actually a good thing that he's not going towards those people. So I am going to say that whenever he is going to be ready, the first person that he is going to go and see is going to be his sister. That she is going to be the first one whenever he is actually ready to make those movements and those steps. Why? Because he really does value her input altogether. And I feel like she could actually help him to do something that would be more meaningful and something that would be more Mike related, if you will, to his core, if you will, because she knows him much more. So I'm going to say, I know that Mike definitely wants to make things right, even if it takes a little bit longer. Yes, he's got experience in certain romantic gestures. It's definitely there, but this is not it. This is about him kind of overthinking the details because he wants everything to be absolutely perfect for you. That's where either the mistake is, or, you know, I'm not going to say the mistake, but that's where all the overthinking is coming from. If he just kind of listened to his heart and thought to himself, I need to make this movement forward, I need to go and do this, like, it would be a completely different thing, because that would allow for his heart to open and everything as such. But doing it the way that he is doing it at this moment, it allows for a lot of overthinking. That overthinking can become a little bit paralyzing. So he does have to be careful for that. But no, for the moment, it is about him. It is about his therapist, and they're working through it. Stormy will be the first one, though, that he will go to see whenever he's ready for that next step. Yes. And hopefully everything I have said has made great sense to you. Alrighty. Juanson and Lilith, I say we come back at 9, my love. I say we come back at 9. At 9, I will be with Juanson or anybody else. And if it's still kind of boring, then we'll just conclude it for tonight. Okay, sweeties? Is that good with Lilith and Juanson? All right, so we shall leave. We shall come back in 40 minutes. I'll go do a private reading into the meanwhile. And we shall be back soon. I'll go and put a new post out. See everybody soon.